Oh, I saw this.
God, that was bad. All right, we back, and we just saw The Flash. Do your thing. Thoughts, but go ahead.
All right, Barry Allen uses his super speed to change the past, but his attempts to save his family creates a world without superheroes, forcing him to race for his life in order to save the future. Yeah, I thought it was great. It's probably my favorite representation of the multiverse that I've seen in a superhero movie, so say that with what you will, but
I
it was a
agree.
masterpiece.
I fucking dug the shit out of it. I thought it was fucking dope as shit. I thought that the way they showed the time travel multiverse was like really fucking cool.
Yeah, they did differentiate
I don't know if
themselves.
I've ever seen anything like that.
I haven't, for sure. I have, but it was like at a museum they had that.
Sure, yeah,
what do you call those? Like carousel kind of.
Yeah,
it's
like
not a
the old,
kaleidoscope. It's a
like the zoetrope.
a stereo. Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Yeah,
But that was
cool as
awesome.
fuck.
It made me forgive the CG, the crappy CG
Oh
they
my
had in
God,
that
the
every
CG
time.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
bad.
it was bad, but I think it was on purpose.
It was making me forgive it, but
it was really
There's
good at
some
times and really
bad.
shit I've ever seen.
I feel like the
The actor
time
on
travel
actor stuff,
Yeah.
incredible.
Whoa. Sometimes that was lacking a little bit,
Batman's
but
cape in
for the
beginning
most
was
part, they
fake
did a good
looking thing.
job.
There was a couple of
Watching
stuff
over
where
each
it's
other,
straight
yeah,
up
I was
like the
looking for
fucking Scorpion King rock.
Yeah.
You know.
I know, it made me think like.
Which, by the way,
like, did
low-key, did you guys catch the rock
they
reference
finish
there?
the
Talking about
VFX on this? Like,
entertaining wrestlers
like-
and shit.
Oh yeah, when they're talking about that. I mean, they finished it. I'm sure it was just
I
like.
don't know, it might have need some.
Nah,
some
because they had
polishing.
even the extra time, if you recall. Like, it was
Yeah.
what?
A long time.
Like 3 years ago or something that was supposed to come out?
Was
Yeah,
it
it's
really?
been it's
Yeah, it's
gotten
been-
delayed,
I know that he was
years,
cast
yeah,
as the
this was
Flash
supposed to come out years
literally
ago.
10 years ago.
and this is supposed to come out before all the
Spider-Man stuff, yeah.
So
It almost feels like they got a hold of that script and then made that Spider-Man movie because it's literally had all those Batmans in it.
And whatever coming out at the same time, you know, like the fucking they're like the corporate
yeah,
sort of
I
like,
won't
all right, we
spoil
gotta
it yet,
get
but I
it first.
love the way that they did the parallel
I
universe.
think we're gonna
thing.
spoil it. I mean, I'm definitely I gotta
Oh
talk
yeah,
about it.
it's got to go down like that.
I mean, we can give our
Do you guys see the
broad
Flash?
overall thoughts first.
We just did. You want to know what happened? Oh, I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
Yeah,
It's good. Go see it for sure.
Uh,
As a
yeah,
security
yeah.
guard.
Got a shout out
Listeners.
to Ezra Miller. Problematic as they, excuse me,
Right.
Yeah, get your pronouns right, okay? It's 23.
Yeah.
as they may be. They
Nailed it.
did a fantastic job.
Oh yeah, killed that movie. Yeah, I mean both sides, both roles, whatever
Yeah,
we're gonna
it
say.
makes it even more impressive. Just like the fact that they can be so similar but also super distinct.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, legit. He did it. I was literally believing it was two different people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though they didn't do any de-aging or whatever for his
Yeah,
younger self.
a couple of shots. I feel like maybe
Yes,
they
yep.
did.
I was
But
thinking
most
that
of the time, I
a
feel like
couple
they
of
didn't.
times it did seem like.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not taking anything away from it. It was still good.
Yeah, loved all the excuses for the different versions
Yeah.
of Batman.
Oh, the spaghetti thing was, that was
Man,
really cool. Fucking.
Honestly, Michael Keaton killed that shit.
Dude, we have to talk about the fucking ending.
I did not know Michael Keaton was coming like that.
Did you know he was gonna be in the movie at all?
it was in the trailer.
Yeah, I knew he would be in the movie.
Maybe you haven't seen the trailer or something. If that was like.
Well, I didn't know.
Lots of-
There was a lot of cameos I didn't
There was
expect.
some
There was
lots of
Wonder
Easter
Woman. There was
A couple
there was
of-
Aquaman. There was who was my other guy? George Clooney
We
Batman.
got fucking clued, man.
That's the biggest one.
I fucking applauded in the theater when I got clued.
Nicolas Cage Superman.
Okay, I guess
like
we're
that
spoiling
that
it
that
Yeah,
Nicolas
we're
Cage
here.
Superman script. It's infamous for having the producer just really wanting them to fight a big fucking
Oh, and
spider.
the director made a cameo in there too.
What, Andy
Muschietti,
Muschietti?
yeah.
Who was that? Wait,
Hot
wait,
dog.
who was he?
He was the dude with the hot dog at the end who
Yeah,
got like
they
the stolen.
took the hot dog out of the mouth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Little small part.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
No, I liked all the little
Adam West for a second, right? Like the fucking.
yeah.
Adam West. What are you talking about? Oh, the
60s
OG
shitty
Superman
Yeah.
Superman.
Well, they had
Yeah,
the whole Superman too, Christopher Reeve, and then I can't remember the Supergirl's name from the '80s because I've never seen it.
yeah. No.
it
I was looking at them like, oh, that must be something I'd never heard of.
Yeah, the '70s Superman. Yeah, no, I thought that was fucking awesome.
Let's talk about Flash. Like all the little moments that represent him, like needing to eat the food, and even the representation of his speed. Like at first he's going fast, and then he slows down, kind of like a rim when it goes really fast. It like looks slow. Like I thought like some of how they represented a bunch of that stuff, and like the fucking what was it called? The fucking pass through walls shit.
Phasing.
That was fucking awesome. Yeah, when they showed that.
Oh, yeah, when they went into like the
was, like, the
minute
explanation.
detail, yeah, that was great. I love a visual explanation.
You know, I
Even
wonder.
commenting on his goofy run, and like, you know,
That
it
was
didn't take himself
Oh, when he
too
was going
seriously.
slow, yeah, that was great.
Like they were so like aware, but not too aware. You know, like they obviously know all the fucking shit people are saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they looked at all the blogs and knew what the jokes were.
Yeah.
He was almost comic relief in the Snyderverse, and I appreciate they gave him a good backstory.
I thought the movie was consistently really good throughout, but something I really, really appreciate about it is that there wasn't a big fucking punchy kick ending. Like it literally.
Yeah,
the
there
ending
really was.
just, like,
Honestly, the ending was kind of like sad, but then they just like kind of swung it happy. But it was somewhat of a sad ending.
Yeah. So the fact that there are these points that you can't change despite trying over and over to change things. Like,
Even though the
that's-
Spider-Verse did do that too, but it's okay.
we don't know how
Not
it's
really.
gonna end.
A canon event, bro. Come on now, that was literally a canon event.
I guess.
It's all
but
part of the
it
same
seemed more-
multiverse, right?
I guess,
grounded.
yeah. It did kind of seem
Like-
it only seemed more grounded because Batman used pasta to describe it, and so for some reason that just made it hit.
No, it's like destiny is real. You can't change these events that happen.
Oh, you
That's-
mean those
that's
canon
how it
events?
is.
Yeah.
Canon, whatever.
Well,
Hey, this movie did it first.
I mean, I feel like I like the fact that with heavy spoilers with the post-credit scenes with Aquaman, it's saying that he got back to his original timeline.
No,
Because he was
With
like,
the little-
because he
so-
didn't meet Aquaman in the movie.
But-
oh shit,
he
Supergirl's
thought
hot
he
as
was
fuck.
back. No, he thought he was back. Remember we saw Clooney.
He did, but then he's going to Aquaman and going like, oh, so I was the same. He's like, oh yeah, you were the same. So he's been to some other, he's saying all the different Batman were different. There's like all these different so he's talking about like retrospectively talking about the fucking Michael Keaton and George Clooney.
I thought he was
Like,
saying he was stuck in the Clooney world because
That's
he
what I thought.
couldn't go back and change. What could he change now?
Well, all you have to do is just like, because he changed the camera thing.
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever.
he
moved
put the
soup.
the soup on the top so he could
Top
save
floor.
his dad.
Oh, yeah,
All he has to
okay.
do is
So
undo
that-
that,
undo
and
that.
that
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
like-
yeah. His
So-
dad did do it though, yeah.
I don't
I
know.
think
They
his dad-
showed
it
him
seemed like his
showing
dad
up.
did it.
Kill his what?
I feel like they show. I
Wait,
thought it was gonna be like
his dad did
the
what?
past that killed the mom or whatever, like that he actually did murder her or something. But they showed him like coming out of the car or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I assumed that he didn't.
I couldn't.
Do it,
Yeah,
but-
I didn't think he did it, but I thought he maybe did something at the store, and that was like, you know what I mean, gonna be convicting evidence,
Right.
whatever they were gonna see.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I mean, yeah. Yeah, so
Who
he
did
did
something
change
at the
it.
store?
Yeah,
The
he did.
Flash?
Yeah, he did do something at the store. Like,
Like
he was saying, he changed like the shelf of the tomatoes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all he has to do now is just like go back.
Yeah,
that
and
point,
change
find a
that back,
change
and I
it,
guess that would
get
put him
back.
in his normal timeline.
Because he never met Aquaman in the events of the movie plot, so he must have. So then in the Clooney timeline, he must have met Aquaman, and it was still Jason Momoa.
But if the only thing that's changed is George Clooney
It's a good
is Batman,
universe.
and I get my dad,
Yeah,
then I'm
it's
okay
like
to
a
stay
good
here.
It's
universe.
levels.
Right.
There's levels to it. You know.
I'll take some of
If you-
those
if you,
changes.
If you
Yeah.
prevent a death, then like a whole bunch of shit changes.
Yeah.
But if you,
I mean, I
change,
saw
you
that
know.
George Clooney movie. That's a crazy world to live in. I don't know if I actually, now I'm thinking about it.
I agree. That was literally every
crazy
Batman
shit.
villain came out in one night. It was
Oh,
like
man.
one night, every
That
villain's
part-
going crazy.
Oh my god, that part was like, look, the bag laughs. And there's a couple parts where I laughed. I was laughing pretty hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. It wasn't like, I feel like, not to compare these two, but Marvel has a certain kind of corny funny it does, and this was the first movie I feel like DC like went the Marvel route with comedy, but nailed it better than Marvel's been doing for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
like,
well, James Gunn been doing that a little bit.
Yeah, he wasn't involved with this
uh,
one, though.
Well, he wasn't, but still,
I
like
feel
there is that
the
that
first
humor.
Aquaman was
to it,
pretty
to
funny
some of his
too. I
DC
gotta
movies
say, I
thus
think that was
far.
first Aquaman
That was
was
pretty
mostly
good.
carried by Jason
was
Momoa's
okay,
kind
yeah.
of like vibe and that sort of humor.
I think it's
more
it's
than,
just
like,
the character and subject matter as well.
What do y'all think about Supergirl?
Inherently
She was fine.
Inherently funny,
I mean, I'm sorry that I started there, but she was a great character. I like the actress. I like actor, whatever the rules are now.
I
I like the introduction.
I thought she did a good job. I thought she was hot as fuck. Just gotta say. I mean, she's definitely like gonna just fucking tear it up.
And I really didn't expect that. I haven't really seen any of the trailers. I didn't know who was playing her, and so
I still didn't know who was playing her. Some fucking
Zod needed her DNA to repopulate.
I like that. That was good. That was good.
Good callback there.
And I liked that Zod was in there. That was wonderful. He was like my favorite villain probably from all this DC stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't a massive part of.
Yeah, he was just an object.
Movie, but
he was literally he was just there as an explanation that time cannot be changed. He was an insurmountable thing.
There were no other good DC villains.
In a Snyder movie, he would be like the main villain, but now like in this movie, he's just like a small little accent to.
But that's because this was more of honestly, I thought it was more of like an emotional story.
Yeah.
And usually it's like these kind of movies are action stories. And that was a plot point to say, hey, you can't change everything. You got to accept it.
And the fact that they even set up the gross future Flash,
the
and they didn't
that knocked him into the alternate world.
That was cool. I like
that.
I like the paradox.
At the end, he was like, I'm not gonna stop trying.
I'm the one who did this to you in order to create me.
It was that was awesome. It was pretty decent old man.
It's almost like, remember that Doctor Strange that show, the animated Marvel thing.
Yeah, I do.
Doctor Strange, he keeps trying.
He kept going back. It was kind of that. You know what? To a certain there's so much you can do with the multiverse. You know what I mean? Even though it seems infinite, there's only so many stories you can tell now.
You know,
so much.
But it's still. I don't know.
They're gonna find out how many.
It was still compelling.
Yeah, well, I feel like compared to what other kind of multiverse are? Spider-Verse.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. All the whatever Marvel's doing right now with all their shit from like Loki on to like Ant-Man, whatever the fuck else.
But that's all just their single multiverse. Hold on, we gotta just jump back a little bit. I'm sorry. Michael Keaton snapped. I don't know.
That first scene
where he was
the gray hair and the fucking
flip flop. It's all in time.
I'll be real. I was feeling Ezra Miller, but when Batman came on the scene, then I was like, okay, this movie's hitting now. Michael Keaton snapped.
Yeah. It took a while for me to.
It did. It took me a while, but it was worth it.
Am I enjoying this? Is this good? And then,
I know.
And then there was a moment
where you're just like, okay, I'm liking this ride.
It was a little corny.
It was, but it wasn't taking itself seriously. And that was just.
Yeah, they made the stakes feel like important enough where you were kind of whenever he was like, oh shit, then you're like, oh shit, because it wasn't about like just like the bad guy's coming. It's like he keeps fucking up and how much further things can go out of control.
Yeah, and I liked it when it was him and him inside of like the Time Force ball or whatever, and one is saying like you can't, you can't change it, and the other one is just like, yeah, you can. It was almost like. You have the devil and the angel on your shoulder, just the duality of your own mind.
And how they
sitting there having that convo was like
they
did a good job.
Different way, where it's like you're in this fucking arena.
And you could see him trying to change time standing still for him. He's watching these like iterations of time happen.
Honestly, if they made him a full-on like punchy kick villain, it would have been good. I'm glad that they didn't need to because it's been done so many times. So you could just imagine it, the fact that he's turning into an evil, aggressive Flash. He doesn't know better and shit. It hasn't learned all the fucking.
I thought he was gonna be like, what's the Reverse Flash or something?
Yeah,
I thought Ezra Miller was gonna turn into him or something.
I mean, I don't know a lot of Flash lore.
I really don't either.
Yeah, or by a lot, I mean any.
I know that there's a bad Flash from like the other shows.
I've seen like little like trailers or clips from the TV show that's been going on for like 10 years.
I know,
and shit.
yeah.
So, there's like a million.
Oh, I've never seen
a million
that show,
Flashes and shit out there. I'm sure. I mean, like now there's a million Superman. There's like a dog Superman.
I've always loved Flash. And
he was
cool.
The
fact that you like. The way they represent his powers, like move. I mean,
like the slow motion, the lightning, and everything.
I'm happy that we're finally gonna get a sequel to George Clooney's Batman.
Like you are able to do, you are able to, and like when he moves people, like they fucking get sick and fucking.
If you don't, you had to move them a certain kind of way, right? Because he was moving people.
You can't move things above a certain.
Yeah, it had physics. The physics were right.
Oh shit! When Batman took out the goddamn tape measure, he's like, "How much do you weigh?" And when oh my god, that was fucking amazing. God damn it, that was such a good.
Even that first kind of building thing where he's just using his powers and he's saving the babies.
I think
from
the babies
Oh, that
falling
was
out the
great.
window was the first
That was
time
a
I really
solid
cracked up. I
action
was
setup.
Yeah,
laughing my
because it
ass
was
off.
crappy CG. It was,
It
but it was a
very-
fun situation.
It was
so
You can
over the top.
understand not
It was-
using real babies for this
yeah, yeah.
situation. So I was like, okay.
That was,
I mean,
as soon as
I don't
honestly
know.
the first baby fell out the window, I was dying.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
all
like
the
whatever.
like
babies
it's
went out.
jarring because they show the CG and then they show a real fucking baby
Yeah.
when they're on the ground and holding and it's very jarring, and so I can see why I would
yeah.
have issues with that.
So I've never been a fan of the Affleck Batman, particularly. The Ben Affleck Batman, like
Oh,
there's
you
this-
know, I have mixed feelings. Yeah.
One thing I thought they strongly improved was having his voice as Batman be his actual voice, rather than like the pitch down lower than Christian Bale, because it's like
Christian Bale,
computer.
yeah.
He has the fucking little speakers on his neck in the movie in the Snyderverse shit. So now he just talks like a normal fucking person. It sounds so much just like it took me out of the movie so much in Batman v Superman or whatever the fuck.
No, for sure. No, Ben Affleck just did a better job.
Yeah.
Period.
He was kind of a dick though. He was like, "Oh, can we hang out?" I was like, "No, fuck you, Barry." And he just drives away. And it's like, okay, you know, the dude's like,
Well, he's
calling
the
for help
billionaire, and he's
shit.
just a kid, and he's just
Yeah.
literally on the hero team.
Yeah, the dude,
You know
the
what I
kid is
mean?
having a mental health crisis in front of you, and you're like, "Yeah, haha, peace." And he just drives away in his fancy car.
Can't save them all.
Can't save them all, I guess. Yeah, that's right. Ben Affleck to go. Yeah, I liked it when Michael Keaton said, "I'm Batman."
That was there. Ben
That was a fan
Affleck
service moment for sure.
was like,
Flack.
man, that's crazy. I usually don't like him as Batman, and this was the first time I was like, I'm
'Cause
okay
he's
with
not,
this.
He's not like the main guy. He's
But it
just
was
a
like
little-
even just the dialogue was better. He was
Yeah.
more like that mentor figure to
mentor,
him,
yeah,
but like,
yeah, he's like
but
a
not
Tony
really.
Stark.
Like you
Yeah.
said, like not really.
Yeah, he was.
And I
kinda
thought they
just
did
doing
a
his own
good job
thing.
with Batman this time, and I
Yeah.
usually am like, oh god, you
With
know.
all the Batman, I feel like they did a good job.
He was okay in Snyderverse,
I feel like
guess.
so. To continue to talk about George Clooney, I feel like he stopped using the head bobble thing like sometime in the early thousands, so they brought it back. He was criticized for always fucking bobbling his head whenever he acts.
That's the George Clooney thing, though.
But so like he brought back his '90s style acting, the kind of thing he's moved. So like just mad respect for George Clooney. Because, he came back to the role he said he never would come back to. He did his fucking the thing he was mocked for, ruthlessly bobbling his head like a fucking like little thing. So I guess because he doesn't have to care anymore, so he just got to come back and fucking
Well, I'm
do
sure
his
maybe he
thing.
was he watched the old movie and was like, oh, I was doing that a lot in that
the same
movie.
ways that they
Wait,
made fun
he
of
did
him.
that?
Yeah, and they showed a whole shot
Oh,
of
I
him
didn't even
showing-
notice it.
whatever. And that was like
okay.
his whole
Yeah,
like
that's
20
a-
years ago. That was a whole.
Oh,
late
that
night
was
talk
right
show
over
thing.
my head.
But it's the same kind of meta joke as having the fucking stupid running thing in real time, where everyone was making
it's
fun
like
of how
calling attention
Yeah.
to the shit that people
oh,
are.
he runs weird, and then they make a scene about it and whatever.
Yeah, no, I
he
like
does.
that run. It looked cool in slow motion.
Yeah.
Even though it looked weird and normal, but
Yeah.
I was a fan.
Bringing some type of like rules to it, like having his clothes light on fire. So he has to
Yeah,
do
the
fucking
physics
thing
were
or
right,
whatever.
man. They
Yeah.
thought about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I don't know if they were right. It could have been a whole bunch
I
of
mean,
other
you
stuff
know
like
what
his
it is?
internal organs
Some
would have
basic
combusted.
level of
Is-
effort is all it takes. It's
Yeah.
really just
It's beef. That shit's beef, yo.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
didn't
got
know
his-
what he was
I
saying.
liked how they had it's like because
It
different
was like a
universe they have
different
fucking
vernacular
things
for
that
like
they
cool
say
or
'cause
some
it's the
shit.
whole.
I don't know. It kind of like when you think about it too much, it doesn't really hold together.
Did they? So when
at
they
all.
went back in time to change
Well, we need
things,
to do that.
why weren't there like 4 Flashes running around when the 2 of them
I
went back in time?
swear, bro, I thought that's where they were
Right?
taking
So-
it.
Because it was like it should have been like
Multiple
Like, a
flashes,
million
because
and then they're running around. They're like, "Oh, who the fuck's that?" or whatever.
I
and it's gonna be all
swear,
crazy.
that was the one part that just
Because
lost
he
me.
keeps trying to save.
And we even saw
keeps trying to
all
save
4
her.
of them in one scene.
Maybe someone online's gonna explain it, but I don't know what the
Yeah,
answer
because
is.
And
actually-
Speed
well, the
Flash
Speed
is
Force
old.
actually-
He's like old. He's an old dude.
Yeah,
And so how does it? Like,
It
how
didn't
does
make
that
any
work?
sense.
yeah. I mean, I
And
guess
he's covered
like,
in
most
like
of the
it's,
stuff, it's like,
has a cool look. He's like,
Okay,
he's
well,
covered in those
because
fucking
I'm gonna
pieces
say
and
that he did not stop doing that. That's what they were trying to convey. Is he was that younger Ezra Miller,
Yeah.
constantly doing that.
Constantly.
Yeah,
Getting
trying to
crap
stop him
all over
forever.
himself.
Stuck in a loop forever,
But
pretty
he
much.
continues to age.
Well, yeah, because he's
'Cause
like still-
sometimes,
he exists
yeah,
in
he-
real time,
yeah,
but
exactly.
He's traveling, like him traveling back in time is real time for him.
But his body's aging still.
So
you know what I
in the
mean?
movie, we saw like 15 minutes of them trying to do that, and he did it for like
50
years.
years.
so. And then every
But
time
again, there should be
he's got more
iteration of it.
tar shit like stuck on him or something. I don't know. But yeah, I thought they totally could have had a million
It's like,
flashes. and
there's
stuff.
2 that go back, and then there's one that goes back forever.
Yeah.
But there's no in between that like
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There was
Stops
no
after,
in
like,
between. But
3
you know
or
what?
4 or 5.
He was actually totally unneeded in the film, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
get it. He was totally unneeded. They could have actually resolved that just through a good,
I mean,
you
they could
know,
have resolved it
conversation
exactly
right
the same
there.
way.
Yeah,
that they
legit.
Did.
Honestly.
But I guess just to show that, I mean, first of all,
Yeah.
you have to have the cool design, the villain.
Yeah, I get it. And the reveal of
Yeah.
like, you're me, and
Because
yeah,
they
I
literally
get
already
it.
had the young Flash in the fucking
Yeah.
spiky thing anyway, so just just going even. They probably just had all the concept art and were like, okay, I like both of these, but can we have them both? I mean, do we have to choose? And just like, fuck it, yeah, put an old Flash. Well, I'm sure actually now that I think about it, they probably had a million versions of this movie, and there probably were like the evil Flash and all the different
Oh, I'm
characters.
sure they-
I,
yeah.
I heard it was, it was
Done. They had
reworked
years
or
to rework this
a
million
rewritten
times.
a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Well, that is okay. I'm still okay with Weird Flash.
Yeah.
We're gonna call him Purple Flash. Purple Flash was still
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
He was creepy, and that's all I needed, I guess. Was
he had like the weird like rhinoceros armor or whatever.
well, because he kept getting pieces
it was
from.
like the weird, like,
he was phasing. He wasn't fully phasing through weapons. That's
Yeah.
what was happening.
I like that they justify it by showing him like stabbing the girl in the throat.
Yeah, that
like,
was
oh,
legit.
cool, level up and whatever.
Yeah,
and
I like
so
that.
It makes sense that he keeps sticking crap on himself.
I like that.
But-
And the mother
Yeah.
was stabbed in the same place that fucking Supergirl was stabbed.
I like the fact that Superman
I didn't even notice that.
in the Snyderverse he
I
got
don't even know
killed
what that
by
means.
Zod with a stab in the chest as fucking Apocalypse or whatever the fuck. And Batman v Superman. I'm not saying it was the right decision from them to do, but I like the fact that they called back with having Supergirl die the same way
Yeah.
from the same character, So it's like destiny.
No, hey.
Oh shit, that's the fucking whatever they called it, the canon event or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck.
yeah.
Oops.
The-
What do they call it?
I don't fucking know.
The
man.
temporal anomaly
Yeah.
points. No, I don't know.
Whatever the fuck.
It was something.
The inflection point. I don't
I
know.
think it was like the pasta point.
Let's call it the pasta point.
I don't know if this is
The
gonna be on
spaghetti
hindsight.
looked really
Cantor's
damn
is
good.
right there, and man, some fucking
The spaghetti
pancakes
looked
or something. They probably have
fire, bro.
spaghetti. I'm just saying. 24-hour spaghetti.
That sauce too.
Yeah.
All
The
of this,
cheese?
all of the,
He has
like she
fancy-
died because of I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, I thought you meant
I didn't
Keaton
quite.
sauce and
Huh?
shit. I thought you were
I
talking
thought you were talking about Michael
Keaton
Keaton
yeah.
sauce, too.
I was like, oh,
Like-
the cheese block is fancy cheese
Oh,
grater
that
and
cheese-
shit.
So she
They
forgot
put
to
nearly
get the
enough cheese on
sauce.
there.
So
Yeah.
So
the husband
Dad
had to go
drove
back,
and then he stabbed her. He realized, oh my gosh, I got the wrong soup. I gotta stab you,
Yeah.
so that my son can come back in the past and be traumatized. He was a
I thought they were gonna
visionary.
do something where like he caused her dying or something.
Yeah, I
or
thought so
whatever.
too. It honestly, that part made no sense either. But I just let it go past a certain
Oh,
point.
he should have gone back and looked to see who. Why the fuck didn't he look to see who did the murder?
Yeah.
And then get them to confess or something.
Was that explained in like the Snyderverse and I just forgot?
I don't think they ever really went into it. They had a different actor playing his dad, Billy
Oh.
Kudrup, who would have fucking killed it because he's. I mean, I love Ron Livingston, the guy who played the dad there, the dude from Office Space. He's great.
yeah.
The other actor is a fucking real good dramatic actor from like Big Fish and Watchmen and shit. He's like Dr. Manhattan and
yeah,
Watchmen.
yeah.
Well, I have no idea who you're talking about. I
He
remember Dr.
exists,
Manhattan, but
and he's
yeah.
like, he's like a good actor and shit.
So we literally have no idea what that was then.
What
The
what?
he didn't kill her.
It
He,
must be a comic.
he just sat there with a
somewhere.
knife and she had it inside of her stomach.
Maybe she killed herself.
It
Or
looked
whatever.
like that, but it didn't seem like she was that kind of character. It was
I
so
mean-
much. There's some mystery there that they're gonna explore in the Flash.
Well, I
I don't
guarantee
know
Four.
that
if
there's
they're
like
gonna, I don't
70
know if
years
they-
of comics
I don't know if Ezra
explaining.
Miller's gonna be back. No.
I feel like they. And that's
All he
why they
did
put-
was kidnap a bunch of people and hold them hostage.
Yeah. Didn't
Oh,
didn't
man,
they
that's
administer
crazy.
like drugs to a minor too? Like fucking. give
Oh, I
him,
think
like,
he did a couple
hallucinogens?
things I'm just not talking about on
sorts of-
hindsight, but
yeah, very culty.
Yeah, he
There's
got
probably gonna be
wild.
a documentary about it. Or something.
Well, the
someday.
movie was. It's. I guess it's like you can watch Rosemary's Baby.
That's
and
so
does that mean you
unfortunate.
approve
might
of
get a
whatever
hit.
Roman
They were so
Polanski
good.
did?
Like,
So
he'll get the Flash too.
you know.
This is making bread, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this doing good? This is like the best DC
To be
premiere
honest,
in a minute.
I don't think so. I don't know if it's doing that.
I mean, what was the last DC one was Shazam 2, which I
Was
couldn't-
terrible.
Yeah, that was hot ass.
Not terrible. It was just rough
Wasn't
around
good.
the edges
It
and
wasn't-
around the middle and around all the sides.
Yeah,
But it was watchable, I guess.
it was fine. Like it
And then
was
we
an
had Black
HBO
Adam.
Max movie, or just Max, I guess.
Black Adam was whack too. That wasn't whack actually. I liked it, but in the face of the Flash,
It was like fine. Flash was really good.
yeah, it did better. Well, rated.
8.
Had the exact same thing.
8.5.
Yeah, I feel like because we're able to ask questions like that, going like, oh, why didn't all the fucking shit? And maybe there's an
The Flash
explanation for it.
disappoints. With
Oh,
debut
shit.
box office flop of 55 million US dollars.
How much
Whoa.
do they want to make?
Did they hold on.
That's
Did you
not
tell
good.
me if Black Adam beat out the Flash?
It doesn't matter what it beats.
Unmitigated disaster. Why the
Oh,
DC
shit.
movie bombed at the box? All of
the
these
fuck?
articles
It
are
was
like
so
the
good,
Flash.
though.
Whoa, that's
Dude,
crazy.
either people are
It's probably Ezra Miller.
yeah, Ezra Miller, or just like sick of the
Of the
Snyderverse.
DC,
'Cause
yeah.
it does have that kind of aesthetic and is, you know, has
Yeah.
Wow, that is
I wonder if
unfortunate.
it's like what I have. All right,
They're
so
probably gonna
are there
reboot
superhero movies that are
everything
performing
after
well right
this.
now? Like, did Spider-Verse do well? Like, what else is?
Nope, Spider-Verse
out.
did bad, I think, because
They
they're
did?
pulling it from a lot of theaters.
Oh shit.
Spider-Verse did great.
Did it? Pull it
Yeah.
up. I'm pretty sure that was
What's-
getting
No,
pulled
no,
from
it
a lot of
was-
theaters because
What
of
are
like the
other
LGBTQ
superhero
thing.
movies that came? What the
What?
fuck?
They had like some flag in it, and so a bunch of countries have been pulling this
Oh
film.
yeah, I'm sure. Well, okay, yeah, whatever. Fucking like,
You know how it go.
international
Political awareness.
markets and shit.
Um,
It's like seems like it's constantly happening. I thought you meant like
Spider-Man
just,
Across Spider-Verse swings past 500 million
oh,
worldwide.
niggas doing okay then.
What else? What other
That's
superhero
worldwide,
movies have come
that's
out
not-
recently?
Marvel.
Yeah.
No,
Or
I'm
like
just
what
kidding.
even with fucking Marvel?
All right, let me think. Any Flash final thoughts?
Ooh,
I remember there was a scene where he carried her out, and then she carried him into the sky to get lightning, and I thought that was poetic.
There's one shot of Supergirl where
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it
that
was
was
just
cool.
like, damn. Also, I thought Flash's girlfriend was cute. She wasn't really in it that much.
She was not even a character at all.
She wasn't, but she
Yeah,
was just
that
kind of
was-
like.
That was the
that was-
diversity hire, but
well,
it was okay.
I feel like it
That
was
was
just
a
like one of
total
those
waste
things
of
where
a
I'm sure
fucking-
it's like a fucking character in the comics who's someone, and it's
Sure.
wanted. I think they want to give him
Absolutely
someone to
zero
talk to.
fucking
Like,
reason
who-
to be. And their roommates, like,
I'm cool
Oh
with the
shit! What the
crush.
fuck was it? Yeah, all the fucking weird roommates and shit.
Because that was
Playing
the alternate version of the
Playing
people
the
who
music
were
and shit. That was like
who were
just
at,
so
remember the
weird.
people who were
Like,
at school with him.
Yeah.
yeah, they were like making fun of him and shit. Like his
Oh, they were?
coworkers. Like in the, yeah.
Remember at the
Oh,
beginning?
his coworkers.
That was
yeah, I thought
them
you meant his
swapped.
college
As
friends.
they were the same people.
Same people, yeah.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Remember the
No,
girl?
I'm not-
The girl who was standing there like picking on him was the same girl who was like eating all the bacon and
Fuck.
yeah, had
I
the
did
purple
not
hair.
pick up on that at all. Those people
And he was
did not
playing
leave
that
enough
fucking
of a-
weird-
Yeah,
fucking-
playing that
Oh
song
my
for no
god, that was the
reason.
same fucking people. That's so funny. Man, I'll have to check this out when it comes to fucking
Yeah.
streaming.
It'll be on there soon, I'm sure.
Well,
the
apparently,
score
yeah, if it's fucking
was
bombing.
fucking great.
yeah,
yeah.
music was on point. I actually
Yeah.
Shazammed a song in the middle of that. That was random, but
What was it?
run! Exclamation point.
Hmm.
Wait, who's
Yeah.
the composer? I think it's this
I don't know,
famous
but they
person.
killed it. I thought they did a good job bringing Batman's old theme in there.
Yeah, no, they,
yeah,
the music
they
was
really hit
yeah,
hit the
it was
Batman
swelling.
chart.
Yeah. I could have sworn I heard like some of fucking Val Kilmer's Batman theme, but I don't know if that was just me or wish
I'm
I'm
Benjamin
sure they
Wallfish.
had every single
Who was
Batman
it?
theme in there.
Benjamin Wallfish.
I don't know the name. I'm surprised. It's,
We'll
I feel like
remember it.
They pull from like four or five different composers for all these fucking movies, you know? So it's kind of cool hearing a new name. This
no, that's
person
great.
did a good job with music. Yeah, I don't know, what's your final thought?
It was good. That's my final thought. It was good. Go see it.
Yeah,
Movie beefed.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm sad that took an L, but
What?
like it took an L in the box office, but
Oh.
yeah, it was good.
Hey,
Hey, I would say I
maybe
did my
people
part, but I
come-
didn't really. I did pay the AMC the money.
You know, at the end we AMC A-list, so we just go see whatever.
I'm sure they get a fucking, the movie companies probably get like some fixed percentage from any A-list like thing that comes
well,
through their
they need to give
product.
us a fixed percentage too. We're manifesting.
How many movies?
6%? No, I think yeah. They
Like instead, you know, for
I
every
think
ticket sold, so like whatever the ratio, $25 a month in total.
Oh, I'm sure
Some
they're
regular
getting
pay
way
the
less than
seats.
that.
Yeah. Well, that's
tickets.
yeah.
Oh, I know AMC is finessing these guys, but it's okay.
Fuck 'em, I mean, that's the whole reason.
Yeah,
it's
AMC
right
needs the
in first
money.
place, right?
Well,
It's
that's-
like-
We A-listers, I want to see AMC grow. Okay.
yeah. I like
A-list.
having the one right here. That's
think
fucking convenient as fuck.
the box office is
All right, we out.
takes into that account the A-list like